Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bedford. How are you doing tonight? Woo! Now, I know we're a little quiet tonight, and I think that's partly because the third act tonight, if people come down looking or would look at the website, forgot that he had a gig, so he's not turning up. I don't know how you do that as a musician, but anyway. But we have a very special guest who will be performing at 9:30 to fill that spot. I will tell you more a little bit later. In the meantime, your job tonight is to pretend to be Madison Square Garden. So you each have to be at least 600 people in energy levels. So I'm going to do the introduction again. Remember, 600 people each minimum to get the night started. Right. Welcome to the Bedford, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing tonight? Better than Madison Square Garden and Wembley combined. We have an amazing show lined up for you. How many people, by the way, in the raising of hands, have never been to the Bedford before? If it's your first time, be proud to be a Bedford virgin. Hello. You're very shy ones, but that's good. So more or less half the audience tonight. So before we start the show, for the benefit of the people who've never been here before, let me explain the philosophy and format of what's going to take place. Tonight we have 3 artists to perform. Eclectic, diverse, and truly brilliant. All you have to do is to sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. When you came through these double doors, which we've now closed, although they've opened them, but that's fine. We're going to... Oh, hello, there's loads of them. Any more? Okay. Because the door closes really slowly and because we like to get the atmosphere in here, from now on, if you wish to remove yourself from the room, we use the door around to the left. That will take you straight down to the loos, out to the main bar, or into our smoking or non-smoking area, whichever you prefer. We call it the egress. Do you know what an egress is? Back in the old days of the Barnum and Bailey circus days, Barnum, the great showman, had a great building, a bit like a Madame Tussauds waxworks kind of thing. And it was very popular back in the 1800s. And people would pay, and they'd come in, and they'd spend all day in there, and he couldn't get them out. And he wanted to get more people in because he was all about making money. So they took created a door out onto the street at the back, and they put a big sign saying, "This way to the egress." And people thought that back in those days, an egress was like a dinosaur or an extinct animal or something. So they go through this door to try and find what was on the other side. And they go, "Shit, we're outside." Bang! Oh, can't get back in. So that's the egress. Now then, this is a very, very short cable for someone with very, very short arms. I'll put that there. The second thing I want to say is that for those of you who haven't been here before, I'm going to do the emergency procedures. Just in case there should be an emergency, the emergency exits are to my left, straight ahead, and there's one upstairs. If at any point during the evening there should be a lack of music, small headphones will drop from the ceiling. To activate them, just pull them towards yourself and make sure you're listening to good music before helping small children or elderly people. Now, if you have a mobile phone, please make sure it's switched to the silent position. If your phone goes off in the middle of someone's song, even if it's in the same key, it'll still be a bit distracting. But we encourage you to continue to use your phone throughout the night. Please do take pictures and little bits of video and post them on Facebook and Instagram. And Snapchat, is that still a thing? And TikTok, is that still allowed? And Twitter or X or whatever social media comes first to hand to you. But do tag us. We are at the Bedford Pub, that little ampersand sign, the Bedford Pub, because we are at the Bedford Pub. And the third and final thing I want to tell you about is that we are not alone tonight. Now, I know we may not be the biggest audience in the world to start with, but the energy in here is already phenomenal, but we're not alone. And I don't mean that in a kind of UFO discovery way or in a spiritual theological way. What I really mean is that we have a camera at the back of the room. And via the wonders of technology, we are now streaming this show live and direct over the internet to the entire world. It's a big place, you know. If you want to let friends or family around the world know that we're streaming this show, you can send them the link. It's facebook.com/the Bedford Pub. And it's currently happening in the timeline. Right. We have 3 amazing performers. We're going to welcome to stage our first artist. We need a stadium-sized round of applause. Will you put your hands together for Man at Sea?
Thank you. How do I follow that? That was great. I don't know if we can bring the mood down now. Don't ask me what it's for. It's just a metaphor. The honest answer is I haven't got a clue. They opened up his heart and found a photograph, a family portrait from 1992. I found another way. I found another way to take each moment and not give it away. And on this carousel that's taking us to hell, some still find poetry, some still find faith. And on the raging seas, a glimpse of symmetry. Now sweep it up and put it back into its box. I found another way. I found another way to take each moment and not give it away. I found another way. I found another way to take each moment and not give it away. Thanks. Cheers. That was a super new song. I wrote that song last week, so I thought I'd share that with you. The next song I'm going to sing for you I wrote when I was about 20, so I'm giving you the full kind of range of stuff here. That was a worryingly long time ago, but yeah, hope to be 20 again. This song's called Icarus. Locked in, you spent your nights building wings to a chief flight to prove to all, to breach the city walls. They warned you, don't get ideas. They always end up in tears, but you flew on, getting too close to the sun. So serious, little Icarus, why fly when you know you'll only fall? So serious, little Icarus, why fly at all? Blue skies, no clouds inside, made your plans to leave that night, but word got out. They tied you down, and the king came, the queen came, the physician came down, and the court came. They said that you'd come down with a fever, claiming you could fly, but they didn't believe you. So serious, little Icarus, why fly when you know you'll only fall? So serious, little Icarus, why fly at all? Why fly at all? So serious. Locked in, you spent your nights building wings hiding from the light. Thanks. Thank you. What an amazing room this is. If I get a bit lost, it's because I'm just sort of like looking at the chandeliers and stuff. It feels like Paris or something. Okay, the next song is... I wrote the song, I think I was sort of like reminiscing about my time at drama school, and so it's sort of like it's quite a memory song, and I've got some friends here who came to drama school with me, so you might recognise some stuff in there. You might not, who knows. But yeah, it's called Lilith. There was no one at our drama school called Lilith, just to be clear. There was no hope in the streets there. There was the most peculiar feeling. There was desire for the first time. There was a fire as we lay on the ceiling, and I knew, you knew, you couldn't help me, and you knew, I knew, I couldn't help you too. There was a smoke all that summer, and Lilith was prowling the parks of the Morby. We lost a child in the river, and there was a smile that only you gave me, but I knew, you knew, you couldn't help me, and you knew, I knew, I couldn't help you too. But I wouldn't change one moment of it. I wouldn't change one moment of it. I wouldn't change one moment of it. I wouldn't change one moment. Thanks. Thank you. Sorry, I've been lugging my guitar around London for like 2 days, ready for this gig, and turned up, and it didn't work. So, thanks so much to Rich. You did tell me this sleeve was a bit dodgy. To Rich, who I was going to say whittled. You didn't whittle this guitar. You just found this guitar and handed it to me. Thanks, Rich. Talking of another Rich, does anybody know a scientist called Richard Feynman? Yeah. Oh, good. This song's for you then, because this song is called Richard Feynman. I wrote it. I think actually I wrote it when that whole algorithm idea was coming about, and people were like, "Oh, what is this, and how is this working?" And for some reason, the early days of algorithms on Facebook
were trying to offer me constant Richard Feynman quotes, which I found a bit weird. And I just found it weird that this dude, he was a quantum physicist, extraordinary bloke, amazing life, and then he was having this sort of afterlife with these weird quotes. Some of them weren't even his, and people making T-shirts of these quotes and stuff. So I wrote this about him, and algorithms, and life and death, and art.
Some people do better after they die. I don't know why. Crazy, isn't it? Spend their whole long life living in bad weather. Then after they die, all of that confusion buried deep inside suddenly aligns. Well, I know I'm not that kind, but I can try. Well, I've put down my guitar many a time, and I don't know why. Lazy, isn't it? You spend your whole short life singing in the shower, maybe after you die, all of that power coming down the line suddenly arrives. Well, I know I'm not that kind, so why is everything you say suddenly so small? You've been flickering away like a TV down the hall, and everything you write will be just something you wrote, and it'll never be as clever as a Richard Feynman quote. Or some people collect objects all of their lives, and I don't know why. Crazy, isn't it? They spend their whole long life trying to find the next thing. Then after they die, all of that time spent searching for themselves, they sat there on the shelf. Guess you can only be yourself. So why is everything you say suddenly so small? Well, you've been flickering away like a TV down the hall, and everything you write will be just something you wrote, and it'll never be as clever as a Richard Feynman quote. And everything you dreamt will be just something you dreamed, and it'll never live forever like a Richard Feynman meme. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so this is a new song. I brought this song out a couple of weeks ago,
So if you like it, you can hear the actual proper version with the band and everything, wherever you listen to stuff. My name's Man at Sea. Sorry, I'm trying to get my cap out of my pocket. Does it look a bit dodgy? I'm just getting my... It's coming. That did look dodgy. The song's called Electromagnetic Hypersensitivity, which is a bit of a mouthful. It's about this. You may know this condition. People are hypersensitive to electricity, electromagnetic waves. Full disclosure, I do not suffer from this condition. I've had lots of kind of messages of people like, of thanks for the support and all this kind of stuff. So, I just wrote a song about it. Here it is.
Mom and Dad did everything they could. Mom and Dad built me a house far, far away from it all out in the woods. Mom and Dad were the only ones who believed, 'cause they could see I couldn't breathe. It started first when I was still at school. I was sat in the library the day the Wi-Fi was installed. Now there's days that I can barely move, but I can't prove it's true, this modern day malady. 'Cause all I know is when I get close to city lights, my body fights, my mind explodes from the smallest dose. That's why I'm living under blankets like a Halloween ghost. The doctor said, it's in your head, I cannot cure what isn't there. Your son, I'm afraid, is showing signs, the symptoms of a troubled mind. We fell in love when we were invalids. The last I heard, she's doing well, lives far, far away, and married happily with kids. Guess for her it was something we just did, but I'm still here, an anomaly with this modern day malady. But all I know is I can't get close, not even 15 feet from a telephone. My mind explodes from the smallest dose. That's why I'm living under blankets like a Halloween ghost. Before you laugh, did you ever ask, was there ever such a time in the recent past you could not get away, even for a day, from all the interference? Let me hear you say, electromagnetic hypersensitivity is claimed to be a hypersensitivity to anything and everything emitting electricity. And I am here to tell that it is a real malady. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity is claimed to be a hypersensitivity to... Clap, yeah, go for it. And I am here to tell you that it is a real malady. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity is claimed to be a hypersensitivity to anything and everything emitting electricity. I am here to tell you that it is a real malady. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity is claimed to be a hypersensitivity to anything and everything emitting electricity. I am here to tell you that it is a real malady.
Thanks, cheers. Thank you so much. I think I'll probably leave it there. But yeah, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm Man at Sea. Come and chat. I've got some cards and things. And yeah, give me a follow and have a good night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's here for Dan, Man at Sea. Sounding fantastic. Dan, you'll be pleased to know that's my guitar, and I keep it here just in case anyone needs a guitar.
It's beautiful.
It's a lovely guitar, isn't it?
Yeah,
This has been the house guitar with me for, nearly 30 years. I started the Kashmir Club back in 97. It was the house guitar then, and I've been here 22 years. I came here straight after school and introduced the acts. Anyway, amazing. One more time. Man at Sea, wasn't that brilliant? Loved it. Fantastic songs. We're going to take a very short break, just about 5 minutes, give you an opportunity to have a little chat, go to the bar, get some drinks, and then we're going to return to the stage with an amazing artist called Tom Sales. How many people know who already has a fan base in here tonight? Tonight is a very beautiful night. Our third act tonight is a surprise guest act. The advertised act, unfortunately, just forgot about the gig altogether. Yeah, what do you say? Anyway, but we've got a very special treat lined up for you, so we'll let you know more about that in a little while. In the meantime, we'll see you in about 5 minutes with more great live music after this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start the second part of tonight's trilogy of truly tremendous music. And I know a few people have joined us since we started tonight, so thanks for coming down. This evening, when you came through the double doors, there was no door entry fee for coming in. All the artists are giving their time, their talent, their energy for nothing. However, now that we've got you here sat and settled down, we ask you to pay one very important price to be here. We're going to ask you all to pay attention, which you did so beautifully in the first half. So I'm going to hand over to our second artist any second now. But for those of you who've not been here before, the Bedford, we do live music Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. We've already had an amazing set from Man at Sea. Give him a big round of applause, Dan. Beautiful songs, beautiful voice. We're in for another very special treat as we welcome to the stage our mate, the brilliant Mr. Tom Sales.
All I see is you, a Bedford heart I still remember. All I see is you, a moment in time I still recall. All I see is you, give me a sign and I'll start. All I see is you, throwing peace sign. So I've opened my windows, closing my eyes, safe from the feeling that I'll fall. Fall through the stars. All I see is you. Give me some time and I'll start. All I see is you. Leave me in line and I'll give up. All I see is you. Beat me in line and I'll drop. All I see is you. But maybe in time, so I've opened my windows and closing my eyes, safe from the feeling that I'll fall through the stars, fall through the stars. Sorry. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tom Sale. Thank you. I'm just trying some new songs out tonight. Thank you for joining me on a nice, lovely Wednesday evening. How's everyone doing? Everyone enjoy Man at Sea? It's a song called Still My Love. Even though my back was turned, still still light the run. And even though my car's on fire, still mine when it burns. Still my love, it keeps on falling. Still my love, it feels alone. Still my love, it keeps on calling. 'Cause you don't have to be on your own. 'Cause you don't have to be on your own. And as my thoughts see twist and turn, still light and learn. Though my love is her desire, it's no concern returned. Still my love, it keeps on falling. Still my love, it feels alone. Still my love, it keeps on calling. 'Cause you don't have to be on your own. 'Cause you don't have to be on your own. I'm mistakes and I've regrets, but they're the best I've ever had. In the storm you can make it rain, get the pleasure from the pain. 'Cause all the people that wanna see you will have to call you in the morning. 'Cause the feeling that I'm feeling will not last another warning. 'Cause I'm mistakes and I've regrets, they're the best I've ever had. In the storm you can make it rain, get the pleasure from the pain. 'Cause all the people that wanna see you will have to call you in the morning. 'Cause the feeling that I'm feeling will not last another warning. Still my love, it keeps on falling. Still my love, it feels alone. Still my love, it keeps on calling. 'Cause you don't have to be on your own. You don't have to be on your own. Thank you very much. How's everyone doing? Sorry, got the first two new ones out of the way. Everyone all right? Thank you for joining me tonight. And yeah, I'm going to keep going on. Basically, this next one is my current single called 7-Eleven. Oh, got some fans in. Yeah, sorry, I've got only fan in. I do have an account though, guys, if you want to send. It's just more of this. But topless. Yeah, so basically, I haven't played this song live yet. It's got a backing track. Oh, yeah, can I have the backing just down on my ears, please? The click's fine, but the backing just down a little bit. Sorry, I did do it once at the Half Moon. Where's Phil? Phil's in here, who runs the Half Moon. Hello. And I tried to play piano and guitar at the same time, which didn't really work. So now I'm just going to go for piano. Guitar, obviously. Just check it. perhaps you should. Placing the block until the few cut up. It's a firing squad. Heaven help when you need it most, but it won't stop me from seeing your ghost. It's your final joke. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. Saying things you can interrupt. Don't pretend you ever cared so much. Praying for help when you feel let down. I can stop now, you're around. It's your calling card, 'cause I can't hold on. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. Did you end this story? 'Cause it started with you and I'm lost. And did you end this story? 'Cause it started with you and I'm lost. So close, last year still stuck in my throat. But you falling star. Never have to use your nickname. Spend a week playing mind games at the starting gate. 'Cause I can't hold on. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. I can't hold on. 'Cause I can't hold on. And I can hold on. And I can hold on. 'Cause I can hold on. And I can hold on. And I can hold on. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Never cross the streams, as they say. Can I unplug this guitar for a sec? Keys. Yeah, cool, thank you. Okay, how do I get out of this mess? Just ignore that for a sec, guys. If you're a big fan, you'll know what's coming next. It's not a comedy skit or anything like that. It's genuinely a technical problem. Okay, I'm going over here. Okay, so yeah, I've been working on these songs for a couple of years now, and my producer Will is in the audience. Actually, shout out for Will. Let's have a Will, a woo for Will. And this is the next single, which I've been working on, which you just heard a preview of. So, but it's called Sunday Blues. I'm shooting a music video this Sunday. Actually, it's just going to be fun. On a Sunday. Sunday blues, I got you to pull me through. Bargain booze, afternoons really fool me. Don't take it out on me. She didn't hear what I just said. We'll make it out of here if you just get out of bed. 'Cause you give me reasons to fall, and I give you nothing at all. 'Cause that's how it is. You give me something to break, and I give you nothing to make. 'Cause that's how it is. And those white roses start to fall. And those roses start to fall. Bulletproof violet hues that you only knew. Don't confuse your cartoons with reading the news. Don't take it out on me. She didn't hear what I just said. We'll make it out of here if we just get out of bed. 'Cause you give me reasons to fall, and I give you nothing at all. 'Cause that's how it is. You give me something to break, and I give you nothing to make. 'Cause that's how it is. Those white roses start to fall. Those start to fall. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Okay, I'm going to play a few songs now, if it's all right with you, without any of the hidden band, or whatever it is we want to call them. So some brand new songs. This one's really new, which I'm still figuring out. Just gonna go for it. Maybe tomorrow I'll paint that wall. Maybe tomorrow I'm in that drawer. Maybe tomorrow I'll start to fall to pieces. Is this the only way I've ever fallen at all? Maybe tomorrow I'll paint that fence. Maybe tomorrow give up that thing for less. Tomorrow I'll start to feel new. If I could just convince myself I could live life without you. Tomorrow, take things outside and watch the neighbors take home with pride. Maybe tomorrow I won't check when you were online. If I could just convince myself I'll see you again sometime. You know me better, but I need it there. You owe me nothing, but it slipped through my hands. Couldn't see it there, but I need it now. You owe me nothing. You owe me nothing. Cause maybe I give up too fast. Maybe you wouldn't lie. Maybe I give up too fast. You don't have to be so strong. You could even say you're wrong. I'm just going to end there. Sorry, I forgot what the resolving chord was. This guy keeps falling out my ear. Thank you, guys. Cool. So this next song is called AWOL, and it was my first single back after a long time away. Altruistic ways of a lover, it's more than I know. Just no time like no other, feelings don't show. I've gotta give out, I gotta give in, and this time I know. altruistic ways of a lover. Altruistic ways of a lover that come down slow. There'll be no time that no other feels don't show. I've gotta give out, gotta give in this time I know. Altruistic ways of a lover. 'Cause when you're here, I'm good. 'Cause when you're here, I'm good. 'Cause when you're here is just one of those make me feel more composed. Feel the cracks in the holes, 'cause I'm good. Altruistic ways of a lover, it's not all bravado. You start to wonder and discover what you need to let go. I've gotta give out, I've gotta give in this time I know. Altruistic ways of a lover. 'Cause when you're here, I'm good. 'Cause when you're here, I'm good. 'Cause when you're here, is it just one of those make me feel more composed? Fill the cracks in the holes, 'cause I'm good. Don't wait, just go. Don't wait, just go. Thank you very much. So I started recording this song last week, and I didn't have access to a piano, so I went to a piano shop where you can rent the pianos out, and which is a bit of a tip, but also you have to put up with the opera singers next door, so we had to record in between them singing, which didn't really help. So when it comes out, you might be able to hear some opera on there, which is not me. This is another new one, so it's called Mona Lisa. There goes a kindness that I don't belong in. I think I live in borrowed quarters, and no one there to try and warn us. There is a prima just like Mona Lisa, the one that I always know I knew. Maybe I should try and call you, but I feel like I'm on fire again. You know me better than I know myself. When you said I needed professional help, well, maybe I could just say the hotel. Figure out other things I can't say that well. 'Cause my love lies unbroken for you. I'm tongue tied when I've spoken to you. It's a long drive, but I'm coming for you. So hold tight and do what I can do now. intravenous gives me pins and needles, something that makes me feel warmer, something I can ride the storm with. So you never leave us and went straight back to Selena's. Maybe I should try and call you. Looking back every quarter mile, every unlit neon sign, I don't know what it's worth. I don't know what it's worth. I don't have no regrets. I just wish you could feel nothing less. I just wish you could be someone else instead of trying to be inside of myself. And 'cause you know me better than I know myself. When you said I needed professional help, maybe I could just stay at the hotel, figure out other things I can't say that well. 'Cause my love lies unbroken for you. The tongue tied when I've spoken to you. So long, dry, but I'm coming for you. So hold tight and do what I can do now. Oh, my love, it cries, and it's always new when I'm hung out to dry, when I'm tired and I'm calling you. It's a sharp, hard knife, but it's something that I always knew that you'd be fine. Whilst I'm here, still pulling through. Love lies unbroken for you. Tongue tied when I've spoken to you. So long, dry, but I'm coming for you. So hold tight, my London crew. Thank you very much, guys. Anyone want a bit of a party? Not that kind of party. I'm just going to roll for this one. I'm going to play 2 more songs. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. And thank you for Tony for putting us on to the Bedford again. Thank you to Rich for doing the sound. And yeah, I'm Tom Sale. I'm Sale like a boat or whatever. So you can sail a sail. Should get on with it. This one's called Something to Be Proud of. Things I have, you wanted more than that. Just take all that I've got and feel the things I'm not. You say your heart's been broken, all the words are red. Something to, I'll mess this one up. Something to believe, something to rely on. same and walks the other way. The lengths I have to go to make you feel more numb. You say you wanna change all the things that you've been through. Well, I guess that's nothing new. It's something to be proud of, something to look back on, something to believe, something to rely on. 'Cause my heart breaks and I've got a funny feeling. I'm sure you know your nose is bleeding. I can't escape from myself. It's a drag, it's a drag, it's a drag. My heart breaks and I've got a funny feeling. I'm sure you know your nose is bleeding. I can't escape from myself. It's a drag, it's a drag, it's a drag. How'd you feel when you think about us? Does it hurt you to have to grow up? How'd you feel when you think about us? Hold it back and leave and don't stop. 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 'Cause my heart breaks and I've got a funny feeling. I'm sure you know your nose is bleeding. I can't escape from myself. It's a drag, it's a drag, it's a drag. 'Cause my heart breaks and I've got a funny feeling. I'm sure you know your nose is bleeding. I can't escape from myself. It's a drag, it's a drag, it's a drag. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. I'm going to end over here. Well, thank you all for listening. Thanks for being patient with any technical difficulties that I may have not had. Didn't. I'm going to just end with a cover, if that's all right with you guys. Yeah. How did you know? Must be some Tom Sale fans in the audience. Thank you all for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a really good Wednesday. I'll see you down there in a minute. But thank you all for coming down. And yeah, thanks for listening. It's been really nice. I'm Tom Sale. Perhaps it's the color of the sun-cut flight I'm traveling. The crossroads I'm standing at. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that. Mommy, you've been on my mind. I don't mean no trouble, please don't get me down, get upset, I'm not pleading. Or saying I can't forget. And I do not walk the floor, bow down and bend, but yet, mommy, you've been on my mind. I am not asking you to say words like yes or no, please understand me. I'm not calling for you to go, but I'm believing in myself, pretending not that I don't know. Mommy, you've been on my mind. When you wake up in the morning, baby, look inside your mirror, I won't be next to you. You know I won't be there, but I'd be curious to know if you can see yourself so clear. Someone who has you on his mind. Someone who has you on his mind. Someone who has you on his mind. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. See you later. Have a good night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the fantastic Tom Sale. What a masterful and fabulous performance. Brilliant songs, brilliant voice. Wow. So we're going to take a short break now, about 5 minutes, give you opportunity to have a little chat, catch up with Tom or Dan, get some drinks at the bar, order some food. We have a very special guest artist who wasn't expecting to play tonight, but the final act, as I explained a little earlier, decided not to turn up. Our last artist, Tony, will be presenting an immersive one-man show that he's been touring around the world with Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, piggybacking the last Iron Maiden World Tour. He was playing in Australia and in New Zealand and Japan, North and South America, and he's presenting the show for us tonight. So stick around for something very unique, very different, and very special. We will be back in 5 minutes with more great live music after this.
name is Jonathan L., and we have an amazing show lined up for you. Before we begin, we just request a couple of things. Please, no fireworks, and no flash photography. So, I think we're ready now. Are you awake? Well then, please welcome Tony Moore.
the start. 'Cause if it all seems fake, then we're awake. We're awake. We're awake. Then we're awake. Christmas has departed. Got out of town. Standing at the crossroads of darkness and light, and no one knows which way to go. Is it left or right? And now we see we've been so blind to the truth all around. But when your voice cannot be heard, you've gotta make a loud sound. This may be our last chance. So, love, we need you here. We need your guiding hand to help us understand. Love, remove the fear and bring us all back home. Don't leave us lost and alone. What once was sacred ground, it's now burnt and it's scarred. While we were held spellbound in the devil's backyard, this may be our last chance. So your guiding hand to help us understand. Love, remove the fear, bring us all back home. Don't leave us lost and alone. Love, we need you here. We need your guiding to help us understand. Love, remove the fear and bring us all back home. Don't leave us lost and alone. Don't leave us lost and alone. Don't leave us lost. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're the best audience on the tour so far. Now, I know some of you are sat there going, what the fuck? That's fine. However you feel tonight, whatever you respond to, that's all good. I'm going to give you my best Wembley Stadium performance, and in return, if you can just give me your best Wembley Stadium audience, we will be on the right track. So wherever you think it's appropriate to cheer, shout, and scream and go crazy, do so. Wherever you think you want to stand up and dance, you can do that. Wherever you want to just sit there with your mouth open going, what? You can do that. It's all good. So, tonight you're all going to hear music you've never heard before. Has anyone seen the show before, by the way? No, you're going to hear music you've never heard before. All of this music was written and recorded in the space of 2 months in February and March of 2021. And there are three main themes that run through the music. There's lots of things going on, but there's three kind of general themes. The first is a little bit about the madness that descended on the entire world in 2020 and how we dealt with it, and things that I saw and things that I experienced. The second thing is it's about my journey of life as a musician. When I was very young, when I was about 13, I grew up in Bristol in the west of England. We had a fantastic venue there that's now called the Beacon, but back then it was called the Colston Hall, when it was appropriate to call it that. And we had some amazing shows. I saw David Bowie doing Ziggy Stardust. I saw Pink Floyd doing the very first Dark Side of the Moon tour. I saw Genesis doing Foxtrot. I saw Jethro Tull with Aqualung. And my mum, who was a ballet dancer when I was growing up, used to love the Beatles, so she played the Beatles non-stop at home. So I grew up just wanting to be a mix of the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Genesis, Alice Cooper, I forgot to mention Alice Cooper, Elton John, and then all of those in one. And I never managed to do it. I've had a wonderful, blessed life. I regret nothing. But and I've done some amazing things. But I never did what I set out to do until now. So this show is that. And the third strand, and you'll see a little bit of her in the show, is about my mum. In 2020, she developed really bad dementia and became bedridden. So I moved into her house to become a carer and look after her. So she features heavily in this. But aside from that, there's lots of guitar solos. And if you take one message away from this show, above all other things, the message is this. We live in a fractured, fragmented, diversive and divided world right now. And we only have one tool collectively to make a positive difference for the future, and that tool is love. Now, I know it's a corny, hippie ideal, but it is the truth. Love is the only answer that we have to make a positive difference. So that's the message that will be running through all of this and was the main message of that last song. Now, back in 2020, excuse me one second. I've only got two of these, and if I lose them, I'm fucked. Back in 2020, someone from our government came on the television and he said, creatives, you should retrain. I'm not mentioning any names. I don't know how many people remember that, but that was a very dark, depressing and dismal day in my life because all my friends are creatives. They're dancers or actors or musicians. And I thought, have we all spent our lives doing the one thing that we love, entertaining and making people happy, only to never do it again and have to learn to be a computer programmer? An AI can do that better than us anyway. So I had a dream in that period, and I dreamt that I was just in a band. We were not famous. We did not have a hit single, but we were the house band in a club where we played great music to people who loved great music. And we came together to make music and enjoy the atmosphere and share it together. And I have to be honest, in 2020, I thought that we may never do another live gig again. But right here now, you prove that dream was a fallacy. However, I turned it into a song. This song will take us on the next little run of music. I don't talk a lot, I talk in sections, so there's going to be 3 or 4 songs after this. But this song is called Just One Night, and it's for all of us. Take it away, Rich. I mean, leave it here, don't take it away. But
hey, buddy, you're not on the list.
it's okay. I'm with the band.
Every day it's a challenge, every minute, trying to find a life and learn how to live it. Fight for the right to breathe a little air, see each other smile and feel each other care. And when I lay my head down, I dream of freedom and all it will allow. For just one night, I'm in the house band playing to a crowd gone crazy. Just one night, music is the thing to save me. Just one night, there's no one here that can prevent it. Just one night, feels like maybe heaven sent it. Just one night. Every day it's another story, trying to find some truth in this hope and glory. New rules, new games, stop to save me just one night. There's no one here that can prevent it, just one night. Feels like maybe heaven sent it. Just one night. Gotta stand tall, gotta be strong, gotta reveal where the right went wrong, gotta be brave, it's gonna be long. One night, I'm in the housebound playing to a crowd gone crazy. Just one night, music is the thing to save me. Just one night, there's no one here that can prevent it. Just one night, feels like maybe heaven sent it. Just one night, I'm in the housebound playing to a crowd gone crazy. Just one night, music is the thing to save me. Just one night, there's no one here that can prevent it. Just one night, feels like maybe heaven sent it. Just one night. It's alright, and it's okay, because tonight I'm gonna stay holding on to you, holding on to me, holding on for dear life while the world is on fire. The flames are growing higher, and I will do what I do. I'll protect and love you, dear life. Shh, don't you fret. Don't cry. I won't forget. I won't say goodbye. Holding on to you, holding on to me, holding on for dear life while the world is on fire. The flames are growing higher, and I will do what I do. I'll protect and love you, dear life. it's all right. And it's okay. Because tonight I'm gonna stay. Come on, sleepyhead. You've got to get up.
The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. No 9000 computer has ever made a mistake or distorted information. We are all writing the practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error.
Half slave or half free, whether it will move in the direction of freedom, in the direction of the road that we are taking, or whether it will move in the direction of slavery. I think it will depend in great measure upon what we do here in the United States, on the kind of society that we build, on the kind of strength that we maintain.
Scared, I see fear in your eyes. I hear your words and I realize something fundamental must be wrong. Whatever happened to all that we had? It disappeared and the world went mad. Now the only thing we've got is to be strong. 'Cause life goes on and on. We're not alone, there are millions like us searching for truth in the trees and us. We know there's an answer, we just gotta dig deeper still. Don't be afraid, you're not weird or strange. It's always okay to question great change. Don't let them secretly slip you a sleeping pill. 'Cause life is having free will. This is not normal. Isn't right. This is not normal. This isn't right.
the world. How could anybody say that you weren't? You're incredible. My son, incredible.
Remember me, I'm the boy you used to be, playing guitar, making music constantly, whilst my ma was sitting, knitting in the corner of the room. And what became of that likely lad's big game, his hopes and dreams, his plans to be a household name. That journey seems it passed so fast, and now this last bit comes too soon. But don't forget about the stories that you wrote, the friends you fixed, and a few hearts that you broke. The one important thing is you always learned your job. And when we come to add it all up, it's only love that's manifest. It's only love that's manifest. Remember me on Dad's piano, so carefree, writing songs. Just a little wannabe who started dreaming, scheming how to become a superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Moore! But don't forget about the differences you've made, all the lives you've touched and the many roles you've played. The one important thing is you always did your best. When we come to add it all up, it's only love that's manifest. It's only love that's manifest. Remember me, I'm the boy you used to be, standing next to someone I don't know. She laughs at me.
Thank you very much, Pelham! Woo! Right. Normally when I do this show, I have 5 guitars. Excessive, I know you say. But anyone who plays guitar knows there's no reason not to buy another guitar, and every reason to. However, the reason I have 5 guitars is because I have a spare guitar in case I break a string. You can imagine in this show, if I break a string, I'm fucked. So I usually have a spare guitar, which I don't have tonight. Secondly, the last song you saw me play guitar, which was called Not Normal, is detuned to a drop D. And normally in the show, there isn't a lot of time to retune it. So I'm retuning it now. There we go. That's better. Also, I usually play an acoustic guitar, but through the wonders of technology, I've a kind of clean sound, which allows me to take this one guitar, and the other one is a special gold guitar for the end of the show, but I don't have that either. Also, I do costume changes, which I haven't done tonight. So this is the not stripped back. This is the wearing the clothes back version. And then so I only have two sounds. That's my clean sound. You'll hear about that in the next couple of songs. A super rocky sound. Anyway, I digress whilst I tune the guitar. Some of you will know that in the dim, distant past, I played in a band called Iron Maiden. This came about because I grew up in Bristol, and in 1977, I thought it's about time I moved to London, so I answered an advert in the Melody Maker, which doesn't exist anymore, but it was like a music newspaper. It was like the internet in paper form. So you could sell equipment, buy equipment, find a bird, get rid of a bird, or you could find a band to join. And I answered this advert. I came to London with all my gear in the back of my trusty Austin 1100. You won't know what an Austin 1100 is. You know Austin, but not the 1100 part. These are my friends from Austin, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, who've come here especially tonight. That's Lynn and Joe. Thank you for coming. An Austin 1100 is kind of like was a mini, but weirder and a bit bigger. Anyway, I drove to London, did the audition, got the job, and I moved to London. And I moved in with my mate, Steve Harris, who you saw a picture of at the back there. Steve founded Iron Maiden in 1975 on Christmas Day. And he's been with the band ever since. It's his band, it's his dream, and it's his focus. And this year is the 50th anniversary of Iron Maiden, who are about to go out on tour again in July. And I'm going to be doing some dates around that, but I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, so Steve and I lost contact. I left the band in 78 before they got famous. And we lost contact, and then we reconnected 5 or 6 years ago. And I have to tell you, Steve is one of the most generous, down-to-earth, real people you'll ever meet. And when we talked on the phone for the first time in nearly 14 years, it felt like it was still 1977 again. Not in a bad way, but in a really good way, like we just put the phone down yesterday. Anyway, Steve has been an enormous support to me in the making of this. I used to send him the demos, well, not the demos, but the kind of work-in-progress recordings. And he'd send me great feedback. He'd say, more guitar, or bigger orchestra, things like that. Very positive. So he's technically the executive producer, because he heard everything first and gave me some great tips. But he was also very generous and took me out on tour. So last year, I was opening for his band, British Lion, and we were doing the days off on the Iron Maiden tours. We piggybacked it through Australia, New Zealand, Japan, North and South America. I'm living the dream now, ladies and gentlemen, right now. And the very last track on the album, which I'm not playing tonight, is called It's Not Over, because it's not over until someone tells you it's over. Age has got nothing to do with it, right? As long as you've got the life force still in you, as long as you've still got your mojo, that's the most important thing, right? Anyway, so the reason I'm telling you all of this is because during the making of the album, I was doing it in the shed in my mum's back garden because I'd moved in to look after her because she had Alzheimer's and dementia, and you've seen a lot of her in the show already. And so I was down in the shed. I was doing live streams. I did a 2-hour live show every single night for 110 nights because, of course, the lying government said to us, we just need to shut everything down for 3 weeks to flatten the curve, fuckers. And then they kept it going. So I kept going. So I did 110 shows, 2 hours a night, every night, although I had to change the set every night. So every day I was waking up in the morning learning new songs because people who was, like this is a touring show. I do the same songs to a different audience every night, but that was pretty much the same audience just growing. So I had to change the songs. And that taught me something very important, ladies and gentlemen, because I woke up every day with a purpose. Now, my purpose wasn't anything life-changing. It was just a purpose to learn 5 or 6 new songs to create a show that kept everyone together in a time where everything was so fucked up and abnormal. This was one thing that felt safe and was a place we could congregate and feel normal. So I suddenly realized that purpose is the meaning of life. And it doesn't matter what your purpose is, right? It could be collecting toy trains. It could be helping disabled children. It could be anything. Whatever you have a purpose for in life, embrace it, encourage it, because that's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. That's the thing that means that you don't have baked beans on toast for every single meal. That's the thing that means you put socks and shoes on and have a shower. Well, not that way round. Have a shower and put socks and shoes on. Well, you can do whatever you want when you've got purpose, right? So I urge you to find your purpose, identify your purpose, or continue your purpose, and you'll get a sweeter and more meaningful life as you go along. Anyway, But at the same time, I'm in the shed recording this album, and deadlines are really important. That's the other thing, deadlines in life. If you don't have deadlines, they just go on forever. So I gave myself 2 months to write and record the whole album. And the album started with that guitar riff, the Awake thing. I just wrote that on its own. And I thought, when I'd finished it, I thought, this sounds like it's the opening track of an album that no one's written yet. I better write the album, and I'm going to make it a concept album, because I can, because I'm in a shed. So I would come in every night, and my mum would be in a little hospital bed, and I have to say they were two of the best years of my life, because every single night I got to tell my mum that she was the best mum in the world and that I loved her, and I got to make music, which is the two things that were most important to me. So every night I'd come in late at night after I'd been working in the shed, and I'd give her a fag and a cup of coffee and sing a song to her. I can't do that in Austin, can I? I would give her a cigarette and sing to her, and then I'd go into the kitchen and make some food. And very often, Steve and I would talk on the phone. And I remember this one fateful night. This is roughly the halfway point in the album, more or less. And I was on the phone to him, and I was telling him, I said, Steve, I am fucking obsessed with trying to finish this bloody record. I feel like I'm going crazy in the shed. And he literally said, Tony, that should be the title of your next track. I thought, what a brilliant idea. So I ran down to the shed and I wrote it, and I'm going to play it for you right now. Now, just quickly before I play it, how many people have a shed? That's like a small shed. It's like that's like almost an embarrassed shed. It's like, can't quite get a bike in it, but it's a shed. How many people don't have a shed? How many people don't give a fuck about sheds? Listen, I think a shed is an important thing. Back in the day, you would go down the shed to do some potting, and not just the Amsterdam kind of potting. Because really, it's a place to go, and I think sheds were the originators of mindfulness. You would go to the shed, and it would be a little space of safety, security, peace, and quiet, and you could just get on with your little thing and not worry about the wider world. So whether you have a physical shed, or an emotional shed, or a spiritual shed, or a mental shed, or a sexual shed, whatever kind of shed you've got, spend some time in it every day and find yourself and find a little peace. I'm going to do this song for all of us. This is called Crazy in the Shed. Same shirt, same shoes, same six screenplay. Same face, can't face another Groundhog Day. Same rules, same game, don't disobey. Same old shit, just say it another way. Don't draw too much attention to your desired intention. No favours from your neighbours, it's a peep show. Keeping track of your lockdown libido. I know you look at me and think that I am nuts, but don't you worry, baby, I am okie dokie, righty ho. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. And there ain't nobody gonna fix what's inside my head. You'll all be doing this tomorrow. The crazy tick. The Zoom boom arrived and we were liberated to stay at home all day and think we're integrated. Bars shut, shops closed, only bare essentials. Oi mate, what are you doing? And where are your credentials? Don't draw too much attention to your desired intention. Drop some shopping in the car and keep it handy, just in case they pull you over. That's my modus operandi. I know you look at me and think that I am nuts, but don't you worry, baby, I am okie dokie, righty ho. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. And there ain't nobody gonna
hiding out at the bottom of the garden. Made a mini movie, the only one I've starred in. Wrote a bunch of songs, streamed a ton of shows, trying to make some sense of the madness as it grows. Well, who knows? Oh, he's back. I mean, how much more do you want? Dad dancing is making a comeback, I promise. I know you look at me and think that I am nuts, but don't you worry, baby, I am okie dokie riding home. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. I'm just crazy, crazy, crazy in the shed. And there ain't nobody gonna fix what's inside my head. I'm crazy in the shed. Thank you very much, Balam. Right, I'm going to do the quick commercial break now. I have no merchandise here tonight. So usually I have T-shirts and caps and CDs. But if you want to be cheap, you can go to Spotify or Amazon or Deezer or any of the online things, and the album is there available for you to listen to and to put in your playlist and tell your friends about. Should you wish a physical copy, and I've got some signed copies with a company called Burning Shed. So you've had Crazy in the Shed. Imagine the shed's on fire and just Google Burning Shed. It's an online company that sells CDs all around the world. You can go to burningshed.com and you can find the CD and order it. Or you can come to another gig. The next London show will be June the 26th at the Cart and Horses. Now, I'm about to do the last two songs of the evening here from me, but the show is actually almost 2 hours long with encores, so there's much more to it. This is the slightly condensed version. If you want to see the full thing, June the 26th, the Cart and Horses, which is where Iron Maiden started. And it's 2 days before June the 28th. Now, I know that's simple mathematics, but June the 28th, Iron Maiden have sold out the London Stadium, the home of West Ham. So this is going to be right in the middle of Iron Maiden in London Mania week, so you might want to come down and see that because it'll be a fun night. So just Google me, Tony Moore and Awake. On Instagram, I'm just Tony Moore, so if you've taken pictures or video, or if you haven't yet and you wish to, you can tag me or send them to me. That would be fantastic. Also, please, if you've enjoyed the show so much and you're still here, so I'm thinking you might enjoy it, just tell people that you've enjoyed it and what it is and you'd like to see it again, and tell them, encourage them to come. But if you say some nice things online, it really helps. I've got a page full of testimonials of lovely things that people have said on my website, but I've got to tell you one of the quotes I use on pretty much all of my posters because it gets me work. And I'll tell you the quotes. A couple came once and they said to me, at the end of the show, the guy said to me, well, if Pink Floyd and Genesis had a son, it'd be the legend that is Tony Moore. And I put that all over my posters because it's like it does what it says on the can, sort of. I did a gig once, a sold-out gig, and I'm not, if I tell you my past, right, I was also the keyboard player in Cutting Crew. If you remember, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. I've done a ton of stuff right in the past, but if you just say my name, you won't know it. So I went to Sunderland and Washington. I was astonished to see that I'd sold out the theatre, 125 seats, all gone. Promoter had done a fantastic job. And I was having some to eat before the show, and everyone there was obviously to come to see my show because there was only me that night. And I went to this couple and I said, "Why did you buy a ticket?" And she said, "Well, we saw the we saw the advert in the book that was at another venue, and we really liked the look of it." And then she said, and it said if Pink Floyd and Genesis had a son, it'd be Tony, and we like that kind of music, so we thought we'd come. And I thought, great. And then she said to me, "Have you seen him before?" And I went, "I am him." Anyway. So if you want to say some nice things online, that would really help. In the meantime, thank you for coming down tonight. Will you put your hands together for the two acts that you've already seen? Man at Sea, did a fantastic job down there. And Tom Sale, who was phenomenal.
We do live music here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm just stepping into the breach because we had a cancelled act tonight. Don't expect this every Wednesday, but you never know. But please come back and see us again soon. We're normally free to come in, but it's worth checking the bedford.com on the what's on listings, because sometimes we have a private hire and it may be ticketed or it may be invited at the door. So I don't want anyone turning up going, oh, but it was free last week, can't get in, and get really upset. But we don't want to disappoint anyone. Right. I will say it again at the end, but for a man that made everybody sound so good tonight, Rich, our sound engineer, doing an incredible job, and doing an incredible job for me and looking after triggering my tracks. Right, so this is the final part of the show. I'm going to play 2 songs for you. That's just one song, isn't it? It's just Asleep now, isn't it, I believe? Yes. I'm going to play this is the last song of the night. It's called Asleep, because the show started with Awake, and I thought it would be ironic to finish with Asleep. But the point is, in this song, don't be asleep. Be awake to love, because that's the most important thing. Oh, shit, I forgot my beer crate. I'll make something up, Si, Rich. Anyway, so this is for all of you. Thank you so much for sticking around and taking a chance on an epic, immersive concept show that you had no idea you were going to see tonight. So thank you. This is called Asleep, yes! The Sandman arrived, blew dust in our eyes, whispered sweet nothings, all of which were lies. He sent us to sleep, and then with his bag open wide, he collected collective consciousness and stuffed it all inside. He watched how we breathed, then covered our face. His soft, subtle hands slowly slipped into place. At first we were fine, felt nothing at all, just a little strange as the world began to fall and love went AWOL. Asleep without a dream, and no idea what this could mean. Asleep, we're powerless to stop the rods and intervene. Now we're so tired, but time has expired. This is no Halloween, it's much more obscene. It's midnight now, the alarm has been rung. There are no options left, the trap has just been sprung. So come on, good friends, in Balham Town, this is our final chance to make a change before they drag us down. They're not messing around. Asleep without a dream, no idea what this could mean.
asleep. We're powerless to stop the rot and intervene. Now we're so tired, but time has expired. This is no Halloween. It's much more obscene. It's much more obscene.
It has now reached the stage where the very foundations of civilization are seriously threatened. The landmarks and traditions which have marked the progress of civilization toward a condition of law and order and justice are being wiped away.
The best defense is to keep up the body's natural resistance. To do so, you must eat regularly, well-balanced meals. That is, meat, vegetables, fruit, milk, and so on. Get lots of exercise, fresh air, and do not exhaust yourself.
Woo! You really were the best audience on the tour so far. I love you all. Okay, I managed to do that without breaking my fucking neck. Normally I have a special box and smoke blows up my ass at that point. But you do with what you got, yeah? Anyway, you've been an amazing audience. Thank you so much. This bar is now closed over here, but we're going to open these double doors, and the main bar remote is open until midnight, so there is no need to rush home. You can take your time. We're back with more great live music tomorrow night. In the meantime, be safe, be sound. Come and see us again soon. We love you very much. Thank you and good night.